Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I actually hope you guys enjoyed the new scenery. I decided to do something just for the Halloween vibes and stuff. And to those who are new, my name is Ellie. If you haven't yet subscribed, make sure to hit the subscribe button so you can be part of my fam here on YouTube. I have Nala here with me too. Hi. I have several incidents that happened where I kind of experienced paranormal stuff. Probably a couple years ago, when I was working at a daycare with 3-year-old kids. I wasn't by myself. There was someone there with me as well. So yeah, I decided to share these experiences with you guys. I don't think I've really shared them with anybody else aside from I think Daniel, and that was it. So the first incident that happened was during circle time in the afternoon, which was around 3:30 p.m. We didn't close till 6. So it was around 3:30, and I think Mia, the lead teacher, that's what we're gonna call her, she was setting everything up so we could go and sit down and just start giving our lesson, which I think that week was colors or something. Mia was sitting in a chair and I was sitting in the floor with the kids. I was sitting by the door where you walk in and you walk out of the classroom, and Mia just starts giving the lesson about colors. What are colors? Audrey, we noticed that she's looking off to the distance this way, and we're on this side of the classroom. That side of the classroom is pretty much the lunch tables, sink, sensory activities and stuff like that. And no one's over there. So we notice that she's glancing over there, and Mia goes Audrey, come here. And so Audrey goes to her. And she's like, what are you looking at? And she's like, oh, I'm looking at that thing right there. And we just go what? We give each other that look what did she just say? She's like, yeah, I'm looking at that thing right there. And then Mia starts asking Audrey, is it a woman? Is it a man? She says no, so it's not an adult. We're okay, is it a boy? No. Is it a girl? No. Is it an animal? And she goes, no, I don't know what it is. And you can tell by the way her body, she's uncomfortable talking about it. She's kind of scared, so she's leaning towards Mia a lot because she doesn't know what it is. And so then Mia goes and tells her it's okay, there's nothing to worry about. So we just keep talking about colors and stuff. We notice that Audrey's eyes are moving towards us, and we're just where's that thing? And she's like, it's right there by the door. Girl, I'm sitting by that door. So I start scooting my behind that way. I was like, no. I was getting scared when I was trying not to show it to the kids, and it's just, oh, it was so weird. And so then Mia's like, what is it doing? And Audrey was like, it's just standing there. And so Mia was like, just keep me updated and let me know if it moves or something. And so we just keep going through with the lesson. And then Audrey says, it just left. And we didn't see no door open or close, of course. But she's like, yeah, it just walked through the door. And so we're just freaked out, staring at each other, is this really happening? It was kind of crazy. And Audrey's not the type of girl to lie. She's not that person to be saying, oh, I saw this, I saw that. If it was someone else, probably I wouldn't have believed them, but it was her, and she's really quiet, and she's really reserved. So it kind of freaked us out a little, because later that week another incident ended up happening, which was when we come to incident number 2. This incident happened during nap time. Nap time is usually around 12:30 after they eat lunch. And so I'm sitting in the couch, which would be right here, and then the door's right across. So coming inside and going outside of the classroom is right in front of me. And so I'm sitting down, everybody's already laying in their cot. They're probably already all asleep. It's been probably 20 minutes into nap time. And I'm sending updates to the parents of how their kids' day is going. And all of a sudden, we have windows to this side and then a window to this side. So we have 2 big ones on this side and then one big one on this one. And how our hallway at this daycare works is that if you go through, you'll end up coming around because it's pretty much like a circle. So you just be going in circles. There's no way you could get lost. And right across from our classroom is the kids' bathroom. So I'm sitting in the couch saying all these things, and all of a sudden I glance up and I see a male go by, and I'm like, okay, we have a male teacher, so it didn't surprise me or anything. I'm like, maybe it's him. It happened fast, so I was like, okay. And I thought it was gonna come out this way, but it didn't. So it just went this way, I guess, into the kids' bathroom. So I wait a couple like minutes, probably 10-15 minutes. I'm like, okay, this is kind of strange. So I get up and I go to the window. My nosy ass, right? I go to the window and I look and I can see who's in there, if anyone's in there, and no one was there. Mia ended up coming back because she ended up going on her lunch break, and I told her what happened, and she's told me before too that she's heard like weird things close to like the closets to the left. Like someone tries to open them and stuff, but she never told me until like I ended up telling her. I guess she don't want to think that, you know, like she's crazy or something. So she told me that that would happen to her as well when she was in there like during nap time, and I would be gone for my lunch break. Yeah, that was the second incident that happened. I guess no one really walked by, but I thought I saw something. And guys, I kid you not, it was not a shadow. I legit saw a person walk by, and it was a male. So it's like, what happened? Moving on to the third incident. This is the last one. I was not involved in this one, but it was in the same place. Mia ended up telling me about it when I came back the next day, and so I'm gonna share it with you guys. That day we ended up being short-staffed, and so Mia ended up staying by herself with 8 kids in that classroom because it's 8-to-1 the ratio, so 8 kids, 1 teacher. And so they ended up moving the other kids to other classrooms. And so she said that she was there, and lunchtime came around, which is 12. She was like serving the kids lunch, like their food on the table, and all of a sudden this little boy, we're gonna call him Edward, just starts shaking and it looks like he wants to cry. So Mia goes, Edward, what's wrong? And then Edward's like, there's something up there. She told me that she looks up and there's like an air vent above this like child's seat, which is like normal because we've seen it there before. But she says she looks up and she's like, what do you see? And he goes, there's a boy right there and he's staring at me. She tells me that she looks up and she doesn't see anything, and she's like, come here. And so by this time the little boy's like walking to her and like he's crying. And what surprises us is that Edward is not like that type of kid to cry about anything. He's like really independent, like he's talkative and stuff. So for him to be scared like that, it kind of freaked her out a little. And so she like just grabbed his stuff and put it next to her. And she told me that the whole like the rest of the lunch, like he was quiet, he didn't say anything to anyone. It was kind of creepy. And so when that had happened, she told me that she spent the rest of the day in the other side of the classroom, and we had to like usually empty the bottles of bleach like by the end of the day. And she's like, I didn't even do that. As soon as the last kid left, I grabbed my stuff and I left. I didn't even clean anything. I'm like, I'll just do it tomorrow morning. And so for her to say that is kind of like crazy because she like we usually clean everything. So I guess it must have really freaked her out, especially if she was there by herself. I know I would have been freaked out. And after she told me that story, the way it happened, I got scared to be there by myself. It was just weird. Those things just kept happening, and I mean, I didn't really pay much attention to them because I'm like, if you pay attention to them, you never know what could happen. There are 3 incidents, well, 2 incidents that I experienced and 1 that I was told of. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to give it a big thumbs up if you like these scary stories or ghost stories. And I'll see you guys in my next video. I'm gonna say bye. Say bye. Audrey's not the type of girl to like, Daniel, you're scaring me.
I had to go.
Don't scare me like that. You scared me. You opened the door right when I said that thing was by the door.
Really?
Yes. You freaking scared me.